Alcitho, another sister, took over the storytelling. As she spoke of incredible transformations, the other daughters of Minyas listened in awe. Some found the stories unbelievable, while others argued that the gods were capable of anything. But they all agreed that Dionysus wasn't one of the all-powerful gods. When Alcitho finished weaving her thread through the loom, she began her tale. I won't speak of the well-known love story of Daphnis, the shepherd of Mount Ida. A scorned nymph, his lover, turned him into a cold stone. Such powerful emotions can burn within those who are struck by love's arrow. There's also the story of Scython, who defied the natural order. He was a man transformed into a woman, forever altering his identity. And Selmus, once a close companion to Zeus in his youth, now stands as a block of hard adamant. The Curees, they say, sprang forth from a heavy downpour of rain. Even flowers haven't escaped transformation. Crocus and Smilax were once human, but they were changed into delicate blooms. Alcitho promised to entertain them with a new and delightful story, different from the ones they had already heard.
5. Salmaches and Hermaphroditus. Born to Hermes and Aphrodite, a young boy named Hermaphroditus possessed features that resembled both his parents. He grew up in the caves of Mount Ida, and by the age of 15, ventured out to explore unknown lands. His travels led him to the Lycian and Carian regions, where he stumbled upon a crystal-clear pool. The naiad Salmaces resided by this pool. Unlike other naiads who enjoyed hunting, Salmaches preferred solitude, spending her days bathing in the water, combing her hair, and admiring her reflection. When she spotted Hermaphroditus, she was smitten and desired him instantly. Salmaches approached him, carefully arranging her appearance to maximize her beauty. She spoke, "O youth, worthy of being a god. If you are a god, you could be Eros himself. But if you are mortal, blessed are your parents, siblings, and nurse. Even more fortunate would be the woman you choose as your wife. If you're already married, let me indulge in a stolen pleasure. But if not, let me be your wife and join you as one." Hermaphroditus, unfamiliar with love, blushed. His blush resembled apples ripening in the sun, painted ivory, or the moon glowing under the clash of cymbals. Salmaches pleaded for even a simple kiss, like one he might give his sister. She touched his ivory-white neck, but he warned, "Will you desist, or should I leave this place with you?" Feigning surrender, Salmaches pretended to retreat. However, she hid in a bush, watching Hermaphroditus as he playfully dipped his feet into the cool water. Seeing him disrobe, revealing his youthful beauty, Salmaches burned with desire. Her eyes mirrored the sun reflecting in a clear mirror. She couldn't wait any longer and lunged at him as he entered the water. "I have won!" she exclaimed, throwing aside her clothes and plunging into the water. She grabbed the resisting Hermaphroditus, forcing kisses on him. Despite his protests, she touched his chest and clung to him. As he struggled to escape, she entwined him like a serpent around its prey, holding him fast. Salmaches, determined to have her way, declared, "Struggle all you want, you won't escape. Let the gods grant it. Let nothing ever separate us." The gods, responding to her plea, merged their bodies into one. They became a single entity, like branches growing together under one bark. Their forms combined, creating a being that was neither entirely male nor female, a being of both and yet neither. Hermaphroditus, realizing the transformation caused by the spring, raised his hands, though his voice was no longer entirely male, and pleaded, "Oh, both my father and mother, grant me this favor. Let anyone who enters these waters as a man leave as half a man, becoming weakened by its touch." Both Hermes and Aphrodite, moved by their child's request, agreed. They infused the spring with ambiguous magic, forever altering its properties.
The daughters of Minyas had finished recounting their stories, but their disrespect towards the god Dionysus persisted as they continued to ignore his worship and ridicule his festival. Suddenly, the air filled with the jarring noise of unseen tambourines, accompanied by the echoing rhythm of flutes with curved horns and clinking cymbals. The room was infused with the sweet scent of myrrh and saffron. Then, an unbelievable sight unfolded. the woven tapestries of the daughters began to sprout green leaves resembling ivy. Parts of the tapestries transformed into grapevines, with the threads morphing into vine shoots. Heavy purple grapes hung from the newly formed branches, their colors vibrant in the fading light. As daylight faded, a strange twilight descended, neither fully light nor dark. The house shook violently, illuminated by the eerie light of glowing, flickering torches. Phantoms of savage beasts howled, their roars reverberating through the trembling walls. Terrified, the sisters sought cover throughout the smoke-filled house, desperate to escape the flames and the unnatural light. As they searched for refuge, a membrane stretched across their small limbs, transforming their arms into light wings. In the darkness, they struggled to comprehend their transformation, losing their human form without feathers, yet able to fly with translucent wings. Their attempts to speak resulted in only tiny squeaks, barely audible from their shrunken bodies. No longer belonging to the forest, they became creatures of the darkness, flying only at night. And it was during this time of late evening that they acquired their new name, bats.